And you made it. All right. Overstock.com reported a very strong second quarter earnings yesterday, easily beating estimates. So is Overstock emerging as the favorite in the e-commerce race? And what is the company doing to leap ahead?
Joining us now for a Fox Business exclusive interview is the man behind the success of this great company, the founder, Patrick Byrne, Overstock.com CEO and chairman. Patrick, I know you warn your employees not to pay attention to the ups and the downs of the market and what the stock is doing, but you have to take notice when the stock goes up 20% in one day, don't you?
Well, I think that may have been remarked on around the office, but as I told you before, I'm not a stock price guy, I'm an economics guy. But yes, I'm lying if I said I hadn't heard some mutterings about it around the office.
Patrick, you know, I have to say, most consumers that have the smartphones now are using apps to shop. Do you think that there is growth for Overstock with app technology, or do you feel like you're still trying to catch up just a little bit?
Well, we're quite surprised at how our mobile is growing, and unusually about 35% of our traffic is coming from mobile and about 19% of the sales. That's about twice the industry average. We've been investing, we got ahead of mobile about 10 years ago. We had some very early apps, but nobody really had adopted the phones. Now that it's been adopted, it's become a very significant part of our business.
Now, of course, I have a speed dial for Overstock on my computer, so I just, boom, one hit and I'm there. But a lot of people are still getting to know you, and Google is a very important part of that process. Google occasionally changes their search rankings. Now, they claim it's all because of these algorithms and that nothing is intentional. Do you buy that?
Well, I think that it's intentional. I think that they're always trying to fine-tune their algorithms to make search results make it easier for people to find what they want. So that they're driven by consumer behavior, or the population's behavior. They have in the last couple of weeks been shifting their algorithm, boosting local listings and discounting the online people.
But it doesn't, forgive me for interrupting, it does affect, there was a time, for example, when you kind of went down in the rankings, the Google rankings, and it did affect your sales, did it not?
It did, and in the last couple of weeks, our sales have been affected sort of 5 to 8-ish%. It's when Google tinkers with their algorithm, as far as the business community is concerned, or the retail industry, it's like somebody's tinkering with gravity. I mean, it just has a dramatic effect on business. It's hurt us about 5 to 8%, but it seems to be coming back.
All right, Patrick, as someone that loves to go on your site and look around for great things items, you're the perfect person to ask the consumer right now. You're a consumer discretionary. Certainly, what are they looking for, and do you feel like their spending patterns are starting to pick up right now?
I do feel that the consumer is coming back, as I think deep down it's all kind of fake, being pumped by the Fed. I don't believe in the recovery. Wish I did, but as what they're actually spending, yes, we grew 22% last quarter, so clearly people are coming back. And they're spending again, and a lot of our stuff is furniture and home goods that are discretionary purchases.
Patrick, I'm with you on the Fed. I don't believe in the phony printing of money as a solution to all problems. But on the other hand, I do believe very strongly in the power of the U.S. economy. And it had been down for so long, and eventually it does come back. Isn't there, I mean, put aside the phony money printing stimulus. I don't even like to call it the word stimulus that they use. Putting that aside, isn't the economy ready for a comeback?
It's definitely ready for a comeback. I think we have to make some pretty deep structural reforms to make it happen. I think we have to fix education and Wall Street before our country can really thrive again.
All right, last question to you. As you look to the future, and obviously there's going to be so many things changing in how we interact with the internet, with our computers, with our tablets, our smartphones, where do you see the growth truly is it going to be? Is it going to be on tablets? Is it going to be somewhere else? I mean, where do you see this all going for you in the technology side of the business?
Great question, Cheryl. We see something quite interesting. Mobile traffic, when they come and spend, it's less than the average order that people spend on average on our site. But tablet traffic, people come in and spend a lot more than the average. That's probably a reflection of the fact that phones have gone essentially to free, but tablets are still expensive. And so that means that the people who own tablets are more affluent, and if you have a good tablet for them, you sort of attract an affluent shopper. I expect as the price of tablets goes essentially to free too, as it follows the iPhone, or phones, that maybe that effect will diminish a bit.
Interesting.
That is fascinating. Let's leave on that good point. By the way, we have to ask, Patrick, do you buy your shirts on Overstock?
I buy some of them, but this was made for me by a dear friend of mine.
Oh, wow.
Patrick Byrne.
Times are good.
Times are good.
No,
thank you so much, Patrick. It's nice to see you.
Wonderful to see you, Patrick.